Hi guys, what we're going to be doing today is fixing the rear window regulator on this convertible Beetle. The cable is snapped so the window now doesn't go up. But while I'm there as well, I'm also going to be changing the flap mechanism because the one I was snapped off, so I managed to get another one and changed our cover over. I just got to get the smaller cover to come off our car and change it on there as well. So first thing we need to do is take out all the plastic trim and the back seats. So let's begin there. Okay, so to remove the back seat, what we need to do is first of all lift up the rear bench, and under there then on each side is a little metal bracket which you just slide out. I'm going to need two hands for that. It slides out of there, both sides, and you just take away the bottom bit. Okay, next then, okay, because we need to get all this side trim here off. They do say to remove the back part of the seat as well, okay, which is nice and easy. The headrest just pops off, like that. Okay, just sits on the metal frame. You just pull them off. And for the back seat, take out your middle bit, and then underneath here, you'll find them, there we go, there, got a couple of Torx bolts. Leave this three all together, one in the middle and one on each side. So we'll undo them next. Okay, so it's not actually a Torx, it's like an Allen key head. Okay, on the bolt, and the size you want is a 6, according to this, a CRV6. Okay, just undo those 3 bolts. Okay, so once you've undone those 3 bolts then, what you need to do then is just lift the seat up, because it hooks in just at the back here. So you just lift the whole seat upwards and it just comes on out. Okay, so what you'll find, it's only the seat cover, okay, the foaming backing bit there. So it just hooks in over the back there, okay. And you've got the metal bar here, okay, which you just need to move over the top of the seatbelt bracket. Okay, so next then we need to remove all this side trim here. Okay, so what we need to do for that is just basically unclips all along the edge here, okay, and along the top. There's all clip-ins in, as you would normally find. So just pop them all off, okay, and remove it. Obviously the speaker then goes behind it as well. Okay, there's also a 10mm nut there which you need to remove as well. Okay, the best way then of removing it is unclip it from here along the bottom of the seatbelt bar. Just this piece here just sits behind it, so you just need to just lift it up slightly and pull it over the top of that. Your hands underneath here at the bottom here and pull, because there's clips on the bottom, clips on the top, and then you've got that nut in the corner there. Okay, the whole thing then just lifts up and clear. The only issue you have then is the seat belt. So ideally you may want to unbolt the seat belts if you want to take this panel away. I'm not going to, because I'm just going to make the seat belts longer and just move it out of the way. Okay, now on the back of the panel, so you'll be careful. Okay, you've got the cable here. Let's see, my camera's battery flat, so it's going to be plugged in. The extension lead will only reach so far. Okay, so you've got the cable here, the convertible roof, and there's also the wire here. So you need to disconnect this plug. There's a speaker plug just here as well, and this cable. What you do with this cable, just pull this little piece here out, and the cable then just slots out, which will give you more room, so you can then get underneath that, so I can take that out. Okay, so with regards to the cable, okay, so you just unplug that little piece that hangs it on, and then down by there then is just like a little ball connector which you just pop off so you can release the cable. Okay, so there we go, with the panel removed. Okay, you can see what to work with. Okay, and then on the back of the panel looks like all the mechanism for the flap. Okay, so just go and do a couple of bolts there, remove that, right, and then fix the flap. And the window regulator is It's going to be behind here somewhere. I'd have thought. So it looks like I have to undo these bolts here. Like, it's going to be behind here, so we've got a couple of Torx bolts here to undo by the looks of it. Remove the speaker, remove whatever that is. Get it out the window there. So that'll be the next job. Okay, so there's 6 bolts altogether holding on this speaker. Okay, most difficult one to get at is there because it's a little bit of squeeze to get in there, but easy enough to get at. Can't remove the speaker because it's got silly Torx bolts in there because there's a little pin there, so it looks like you need like a special tool thing. But anyway, that comes off with this piece. Okay, okay, so as you pull it open, there you go, you can see there's a big wiring plug there, which you need to disconnect, and then there's just sticky foam stuff by the looks of it. Okay, so let's see if I can disconnect that wiring plug. Okay, so the wiring plug is now removed, so I can then remove no, there's a little wiring in there still stuck on that one. So that's detached. There's wiring in there somewhere. Click that in there. Looks like this. Clip that wire from there somewhere. The speaker. These two hands again. Okay, yeah, so to remove the speaker then, just unclip it, the wire, pull the grommet out, and then just disconnect that wire then off the little box that's mounted onto the speaker. Okay, so one wire went on there, the other one's connected in there, so just unplug them and pull the grommet through the hole. Now what I've also done here, just to give myself a bit more room, is I've undone the top of the seat belt, mounted in with a 17mm spanner, just so I can pull the panel out to give me a bit more room. Okay, so in here now then, there's the window regulator, there's the glass, the cable there I think is broken, so I'm going to try and somehow move this glass up into position and get that out. That's going to be fun. Okay, so I'm guessing what's behind there? Could be bolts maybe behind those grommets there. Otherwise, there's something there. Right, so I'm going to take those grommets here out and see what's behind it and see how this comes out. Okay, so popped off those rear grommets and we've got two like 30mm nuts under here. So I'd say you undo those two, and looking around the top, it looks like it could be another one in there, so it could be 3 holding it on, because up here then, when you look at it, is the glass, so I can't see anything else anywhere at the moment. So I'm going to undo those 3, see what happens, see if it comes out. If not, it'll give me an idea then if there's another bolt somewhere. Let's undo. Okay, so I've undone those 3 nuts. Okay, it is loose. I managed to pull the window up a little bit, but I think I'll have to try and find out where the window bolts onto the regulator and do the brackets off. So that looks like one of them there. So I have to undo that so I get this window up more. I see it moving there. Looks like another bit there. Just try and get this window up and somehow, because it ain't going to fit through the gap otherwise. So let's see. Okay, a bit more investigation work now, and what I've done is I've started to remove this top plate here. Okay, it's a couple of 10mm bolts and then 2 Allen bolts. Okay, 2 Allen bolts in there and then 10mm bolts there. There's one at the back corner as well, which I can't get at the moment because the roof is up. I do have a problem where I can't put the roof down. Okay, so I have slackened off the hydraulics in the boot, started to do it manually, but because the flap hasn't risen, roof is going down on that flap. So I think I'm going to have to remove the panel on that side to move the flap out of the way so I can put the roof down so I can get at the bolts on this side and then take that out, because by the looks of it the regulator and the glass all come up through the top here in one piece and get separated afterwards. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to take off the panel on the other side. I'm not going to film it because you see me taking it off this one, and then see if I can get the roof down. Okay, so bit of fiddling. See, I take this metal plate off here. There's another 10mm nut just holding it in here, which I got the roof down. Took the flap off, took the panel off the other side, got the roof down, and then I took that off, and then the whole thing with the glass comes out. So you don't need to undo the adjusters on the glass. Slide the glass up, so the glass comes out first, and then the whole thing comes out through, and that's how you get that off. So next job is moving this piece here so I can replace the flap. So for this, it looks relatively easy. So we've got a couple of torque bolts there, there and there. And might come off, there's a couple there as well. So I'm just going to undo them and see if that comes off. Okay, so I've got the flap mechanism off, nice and simple. Only 5 torque bolts. There's 2 in the top there, which you get from there. And then the other 3 quite easily visible. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 on that slotted bit there. So what I need to do now is to get this blue piece off to fit it to the other new one and put the other one on. And there we go. This piece here is nice and simple. Just get a small flat bladed screwdriver and then carefully prise it off from these 2 clips here, and the whole thing comes off and it just clips back on. This one's a lot more difficult because the clips on this are very difficult to get out. Now I bought a replacement one of these with a green cover on. Our one with the blue cover on, I broke the black plastic so I could keep the tabs on the blue intact, and on the other piece I obviously broke the green pieces to keep the framework all intact, because some of these tabs, I mean the one that's already snapped anyway, it wasn't me. Okay, but you just can't seem to be able to get at them to unclip them. The only way I could do it was actually to break them off. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so refitment, nice and easy. Let's bolt this back in place and I'll sort out the regulator. Okay, so got the new flap panel back on. So it's nice and simple, just bolt it all in. There is a bit of adjustment movement on there, so you may just need to adjust it, but it looks all pretty flush on there for me. So hopefully that should be okay. Now, the window. Is now out. The regulator. I said all the cable is still attached and nice and taut, so it's not the cable that's broken. There's a bit of plastic that's snapped off along here somewhere. Okay, but I'm going to have to buy a new one of these I think and change it. So basically you got 8mm nut here, there's another one there and another one there which holds the glass onto the frame, and basically that's it. So there's only the 3 nuts there, okay, which hold the window regulator to the car bodywork. This one is a bit loose, but it looks like there's a nut on the back there which is for adjustment of it. So I'm not going to fiddle around with it too much, it can stay like it is. Okay, I'll just have a look, and I think there might just be a locking nut on the box, so I'll just tighten that back up at the end. But otherwise we're going to have to find out what's snapped off on here, see if it comes in the repair kit we bought, because it's a new cable, and then there's some plastic bits as well, so hopefully one of the plastic bits in there is the bit that's snapped off. Otherwise it could be buying a whole new one of these. But either way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the glass off, put the glass back in the slot so I can at least shut the window and just prop it up with a bit of block of wood for now until the parts arrive. At least then my daughter can still use the car, and then just leave everything unattached while I repair it. Anyway, hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, share, because there will be other jobs as well, because we'll also be changing the carburettor my daughter's T2 camper van. So hopefully we will have a couple more videos coming soon. I've also got a video coming out on one of these SIM card trackers which I'll put into my Alfa Romeo, so I'm going to try and trial fit that and see if that works. But for now, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave any comments, and see you again.